So the big match is over and Carlos Alcaraz has defeated Jannik Sinner in 5 sets in the semi-final. He now makes it through to his first ever Roland Garros final. And we got Jose Morgado coming in saying 21 years old, Carlos Alcaraz already number one for 36 weeks between 2022 and 2023. Comes back to beat Jannik Sinner, the new number one, on Monday. 2-6, 6-3, 3-6, 6-4, 6-3 in 4 hours and 10 minutes to reach his first Roland Garros final, a third Grand Slam final, and he's won the previous 2. That's right, it was at the US Open and at Wimbledon. An incredible performance, and Jannik Sinner, he came out the traps fast. He took the match to Carlos Alcaraz, and he found himself 4-love up with 2 breaks of serve early in that first set, and it looked like Jannik Sinner was just going to go and run away with it. I mean, it was just a really strange start to the match, but it didn't last long, let me tell you. We had this, and then we had a break of serve for Carlos Alcaraz, but then another break of serve for Jannik Sinner, and he closed out that first set 6-2 in convincing fashion. And not only that, he went up an early break in the second set. He was looking like a man possessed, a man invincible. But then suddenly, Carlos started to play himself back into form. He started to be less predictable. He started to just take a little bit longer with the shots. I mean, Jannik Sinner seemed to be able to guess everywhere that Carlos Alcaraz was hitting in that first set and at the start of the second. And Alcaraz just sort of allowed Sinner to make the move first and then delayed his hitting, started to gain a bit of confidence from having more victories in these rallies. And as you can see, it got better and better for him because he went on to take that second set by 6-3. Really impressive. The third set, Jannik Sinner came to life again. And it ended up with a 6-3 for Jannik Sinner because he turned it on again. I mean, he had this problem with hand cramping at some point during this, but he didn't allow it affect him like he would have seen Jannik Sinner in the years gone by. He's got a trainer out. They looked at his hand. They helped him a little bit with it. And then he was just he seemed to be a different player again. Just went on, just looked very, very confident. The fourth set is essentially, I think, where the match was won and lost. It was all level to the business end. We got to 4-all. And then we got all the way to 5-4 to Carlos Alcaraz. And then Jannik Sinner missing a smash at 30-15 to bring it to 30-all. I mean, it was the shot which pretty much defined the whole match. And as soon as he missed that, it became break point. And Carlos Alcaraz was oozing with confidence after that. Took that set 6-4. And then we went into the fifth. And the writing was sort of on the wall. He was serving first, Alcaraz. He was full of confidence. He was hitting well. I mean, we got to see some great shots from both players. But I think the match really only started coming to life with quality from both at the same time in the fourth set, to be honest. I don't think it was the best level from either of these players that we've seen throughout the tournament. But towards the end, it was very entertaining. A lot of drama. And, well, Jannik Sinner, he tried his best, but being down that early break was going to be so tough to come back. And when we had the 3 match points right at the end, and Sinner was trying his best, but the serving from Alcaraz on the juice side was just so good that he was just unable to get anything on it that was going to come back into the court. And Alcaraz, definitely the better player in the fifth set. Jannik Sinner showed that he can go toe-to-toe with Alcaraz, but I think definitely the better player won on the day. Jannik Sinner maybe started too quick. I mean, is that anything you can say against him? No, I don't think so. Carlos Alcaraz, though, I mean, you just had to feel it was just like his year, it feels like, for Roland Garros. Obviously, Djokovic dropping out. No Nadal, well, say for one round. Now he's played Jannik Sinner and beaten him. He leads the head-to-head now 5-4, and he'll play either Zverev or Casper Ruud in the final. He'll probably be hoping for Ruud because Zverev, well, he's done well against Alcaraz at Roland Garros before, so he probably will have flashbacks from that. But Alcaraz, in winning this, becomes the youngest men's player to reach a Grand Slam final on all three surfaces. And this, have a look at this graphic as well. The age when reaching Grand Slam finals on all surfaces: Federer 24, Djokovic 24, Nadal 22, Alcaraz 21. Crazy. And like they say here, too hot to handle. Most definitely a great graphic here from Tennis TV. Really like this one. I'll have to find out how they created that. I'll have to add that to my repertoire. And it says also here, Alcaraz at 21 years, 33 days is the fifth youngest player to make his fifth win against a top 5 opponent in a men's singles Grand Slam event since the ATP rankings were published in 1973. And you see the list there. We've got Mats Wilander at the top there, 19 years, 99 days. We've got Rafael Nadal, 20 years, 357 days. We've got Bjorn Borg, 21 years, 14 days. And Pete Sampras there, 21 years, 19 days. Not far off, is he? But look at that, Mats Wilander, nuts there. I mean, let's have a look at some of the stats as well that were going on during the match. I mean, this one stood out for me. Forehand errors. This was just during the match, wasn't even at the end. 37 for Alcaraz, 34 for Jannik Sinner. And then they're saying about the double faults. This is a running theme throughout the whole match. This wasn't the final tally, was it? Yes, it was actually the final tally. 8 double faults to Sinner and 7 for Carlos Alcaraz. I mean, I've never seen them double fault so much. 56% on first serves for Jannik Sinner and only 66% of first serves in for Alcaraz. Very up and down performance. No real close sets either. It just felt like it was either going to be one by one or the other in this match. And that's the way it turned out in that final set. No tie breaks. No one finished on a 7 in either set. So, and it's another stat which continues. Another one which will not be broken. It looks like no male single player in the Open era has won the next major after they win their first. And Jannik Sinner obviously won the Australian Open and now is out and loses his first slam match of the year here in the semi-finals of Roland Garros. But that's just my quick post-match reaction to Alcaraz defeating Jannik Sinner in the semi-finals of Roland Garros. And he's now into the final for the first time. Let me know your thoughts about the match in that comment section below. Do you think Sinner threw it away? Do you think Alcaraz was just too good in that 5th set? Or do you think the level was just a little bit low and lower than you were expecting for these two amazing tennis players in a semi-final of a slam? I want to know your thoughts, so tell me. And if you haven't already, smash a like, subscribe, and join us for the final. This one should be a classic.